Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. I always do that when I make videos. Um, I'm making this video because I thought I'd make this. I always wanted to make this video to find out how many people actually think like me and ask the same questions as me, because I've always had a lot of questions on my mind, and it bugs me that not a lot of people out there are actually thinking and asking these specific questions, which are they are so simple, so but they have no answer, because and they're so simple. Like, for instance, doesn't it bother you guys that there's a giant rock, legit, it looks like a rock, and it's floating in the sky, like the moon, for instance? A lot of you guys know it as just the moon, but if you take away the name from it, like, somebody told you it was the moon, but who said it was the moon? What actually is it? Like, doesn't it bother you guys that it's just a giant rock just floating? Legit, it's floating in the sky, but you look at it and just say, oh, it's the moon, whatever, and you just go on about your day. Like, to me, that shit's bigger than any dream. Like, what the hell is that thing? Like, what actually is that thing? It bothers me that people take that huge thing, literally huge thing, so simple, but yet they take their jobs so serious, and it has no meaning. Like, their jobs legit have no meaning. Like, think about it. What's the purpose of you going to a job, then working until you're old, then you're dead, and your generation after you keeps doing the same process? What's the goal for that? Like, why are you doing that? Why are human beings even doing that? Like, think about it. What's the end game? What's the end goal? What's the purpose of this system? Why are you working? Why are you doing all this? Like, why aren't everybody just out here building spaceships, exploring that huge thing above you? Why? My question is, why don't you guys look up more often? Why is everybody so flat-lined, like straightforward? Look up. Like, it's so freaking crazy, and it's so simple, but yet so insane. Like, for instance, what are you? Like, what are you? Oh, you're a human being, right? What's a human being? Like, can you explain that to me? Oh, pretty sure you can't answer that as well. Why is that? Okay, forget about it. Let's go on with our day. Simple. Just like that. This is one of the questions that's killing me even now. What the hell is this? Like, this, I know this is just the body, right? But what is it? Like, we gave this the name that it is. But if you were to take away the name that man gave to it, what is it? It's so freaking radical. Like, for instance, right? I do this thing where I get earplugs that block out like like decibels, like a lot of sound, all the way down to like 36 dBs, right? And I put them in my ears, and I get like this high quality like sleeping mask that blocks out the light, right? And I lay down and I control my breathing, and I slow my heart rate down, right? Boom, 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 right? It's like slowing down, and then I close my eyes, and it gets to a point where I lose all sense of feel for the body, and my feeling becomes the feeling of the room, literally. Straight off topic, but there's like another dimension existing in this dimension, but you can only access it through the mind. Say, for instance, I made this discovery the other day, and it's about memory. Like, for instance, what is memory, right? And then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, what is memory? Memory, and then it hit me. Memory is a captured moment of sunlight in the brain. Like, your body stores light and it remembers it as a memory, so it's absorbed light. That's literally what memory is. So what I did when I was laying down with that mask on, right, I did an experiment. I walked around an entire room looking at every edge of the room and every detail of the room as I possibly can remember, right? And I went and I laid down on my bed with this eye patch on, canceling out all the sound. I actually recreated that room in my mind based off the light that was stored from the moment in time that I saw and I observed. And it's like, what the hell? Like, reality, people take reality so simple, but what is reality? You know what I'm saying? And it bugs me that everybody else is doing everything that they're doing right now, and they take life itself, like the air itself, for granted. And it's so scary to see once you can see it. And you can't really speak to anybody anymore because it's like you could read their minds. Like, their thoughts came from Instagram, their thoughts came from Facebook, their thoughts came from their favorite celebrities. It's like a psychological, I guess it's a prison that they're in. But it's like, how do you get them to realize this simple thing? It's like, it comes to me like this. The most simple thing to see is the most difficult thing to see because it's so simple. I kid you not. Man. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just how I want to explain what's been happening, because a lot of people are going through things like this. Like, a lot of people don't know that they're enough to become anything they want to become because they're too busy, I guess, looking for somebody else in themselves. Not basically, they don't have self-realization. So it's like, there's a movie playing in everybody else's mind while their lives are passing by, and they can see reality, but they don't know what it actually is. So it's like you're living but you're not at the same time. It's like the most brilliant evil mastermind plan. It's like to get whatever this thing is, human being or whatever it is, to be alive but at the same time not alive. And it's scary. And I think I want you guys to do this. I want you to really go outside and pay attention to that huge, whatever the hell that thing is in the sky, and tell me how that is possible, and how is it normal, and how is that thing not worth a million questions, basically, on how that is possible. And then comes out to me, because something ain't right. Something ain't right. Anyways, you don't know, man. Maybe it's my African side coming out, you know. I'm half Italian, half Barbudan, aka African, so maybe it's the other side finally showing itself. You don't know. One love. Unity.